Africa with my family there, so I flew up to Cairo to meet up with Wejdan also, because I didn't know when I'd be back to Gaza to see her. As it turns out, I haven't been back to Gaza since 2016.
So, Devorah, when did you start your missionary work?
Well, that was when I retired,
when
when my mother died.
Oh.
Then I was freed up to travel.
And you were living here.
I was living here.
And then you joined.
And my first was with Rita Zawaida, who had been sending delegations to work with Syrian refugees.
Yeah.
So I began with a couple of missions with Syrian refugees.
Yeah. And you're Jewish.
And I'm Jewish,
but
so
you're working in the Palestinian cause.
Yeah, that's why.
I love you.
I had to do that.
Yeah, of course you did.
As someone said yesterday, I think it might have been someone who was speaking. Oh, on Amy Goodman maybe, and. She was saying, why are you doing this work? Why are you being a doctor in Gaza?
Yes.
And he says, because I'm Jewish. And we said never again, you
right.
know, after the Holocaust.
That's right.
We said never again. And he says, as a Jew, I'm saying never again for anybody.
That's right.
And this is the Palestinian Holocaust.
You are amazing.
This is worse than the Nakba.
It is.
Of how much death and destruction.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how many were killed in the Nakba, how many Palestinians were killed in 48. I don't know.
48, oh my gosh.
But this one I'm living in.
Yeah, you touched it. We touched the stones of Gaza.
And it's about personal. You know, a war changes its entire tenor when you know people who are being bombed as we speak.
You know, you don't know what it feels like to be at home underneath a bomb until you sit in it. I have. Yeah. I know the feeling. Even though I was too young, but I knew my mother kept racing and pulling us and rushing us, and I just kept falling down the stairs into the bunker downstairs. But all you know is a panic is happening, but you don't really get it.
Right.
As a
you don't
little
know
one.
Anything as a child.
No, you don't understand.
This is life. This is
You were just sleeping, and mother pulled you out of bed.
Yeah.
Because the sirens went off, right?
Right. You have memory, you have recall.
Of course I do.
And it's in your body too.
My brother was just born, and she was in a baby carriage going from one part of town to another part of a different town. And there was just a road and the ditch next to it. But what happened is an enemy airplane came down and made a run for her, and she saw the plane descending. She saw the plane, heard the plane descending, and led to. She throws me in the ditch, and my brother on top of me in the ditch, and she threw herself on top of it, and they erased the baby carriage in half. I remember that. I have fear of water still today, and they say, "Well, why do you fear water?" I don't like water. Well, I tell you why. And so, therefore, it leaves in different ways. It leaves your survival instinct moves forward.
On some very, very deep level.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And this is just the most experience here, what you're sharing here. I'm surprised not everybody's interested in this.
Well, I haven't gone out there enough to promote.
No, but I thought maybe our visitors might be interested.
Oh, yes. People at the museum.
I'm talking about some of our friends right here. Have they seen all your things?
No, they haven't. And I didn't choose the top. Well, anyway.
Well, I'm glad you did.
I have 75 more pieces of art. I kind of left the house too soon. Anyway, this is a really good one.
Okay.
I think it's really good. This was.
Okay, let me break. 48. There we go. Yeah.
She's 14 years old.
Okay, hang on just a second. Do we have the age on there somewhere?
I think so.
This is it. Look for it and see.
Oh, her age isn't there.
Okay, but
her name is at the bottom.
Oh, her name is at the bottom.
She's with this Bedouin family that I'm friends with, and their family lived on and.
Got it.
Oh yeah, and the children. I mean they.
Yeah, they say it like it is.
The four children in this family. This is the oldest girl, 14. She's got a 13-year-old brother, 8-year-old sister, and a 3-year-old sister. And I visited their apartment several times, and
How is she
the
doing
little
now?
one.
How's she doing now?
They're, you know, they try to feel normal, and they try to, but they say they can't, you know, they can't, it's in their,
Do they speak English?
the mom does.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is where I'm just getting carried away. So don't mind me
Yeah.
getting carried away for a minute.
I
So they
talked
Zoom.
to them this morning.
They Zoom with you.
We Zoom. Yeah.
Okay.
We do
so
FaceTime.
let's Zoom them into the museum.
What time is it now?
It's 3:35.
1:30 there. They all stay up very late.
I know because
'Cause it's hot in the night.
see,
and
for me,
it's hot in the day.
this is what happens. It's same with me. I'm in
Oh.
Cameroon big time, right?
Oh.
And so all day I'm busy on the Ave.
Right.
You know, at night I'm busy in Africa.
Right.
Right. We don't sleep.
Oh, so you're talking to your people. and-
Every day. I talk to them. I'll
Oh.
tell you a little bit later.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Cameroon.
The Cameroon tribal warfare, right?
Oh my God.
And
Wow.
so I just sort of, but that's not important. This is more
Yeah.
important.
So I don't know if you saw this one. This is by the same girl who did.
Oh, look at that! Oh my God! Hold this up.
So she's the same one that did this one.
Really, hold both of
Yeah.
them up. But I want to take a separate picture of this one.
And so that's a flag.
That's the land of Palestine.
That's
That's the shape of
recognize it.
Palestine, Israel. That includes Israel in there.
I see.
But what they do is they put the Palestinian flag on top of the land that
Gaza.
had been all of Palestine.
Yes.
And their dream is for it all to be Palestine again, and that's what Israel fears,
See.
and that's what Jews fear, because Jews who are so bound up with Israel, understandably.
Of course.
I mean, it's
Of course.
it's such a complex history, and
Ancient history.
yeah. But what Israel is, and
So
I
the-
used to have some degree of loyalty to Israel. I mean, I'm not a Zionist, and I don't think that all Jews should move to Israel. And I resent the fact that any Jew around the world can move to Israel who never even came from the Middle East at all, but they maybe
Yeah.
came from Russia or whatever. And the Palestinians can't go live there. Palestinians cannot
That's
step
just not
foot in the
fair.
land.
That's
They
not.
can't step
Yeah.
foot in the land there.
See, my involvement, Devorah, is in 1868.
1868.
1868.
What?
I've been involved with Baha'i history in Palestine since 1868.
Oh,
And
Baha'i
we are
was in 1868
that's
in
when
Israel?
that's when
In
the
Palestine.
Ottoman Empire,
Yeah.
the Ottoman Empire exiled him to the bottom into Akka, Haifa Akka. Exiled him and imprisoned, and the founder of the Baha'i faith.
Baha'u'llah?
Yes, Baha'u'llah.
Okay.
And he died as a prisoner in 1892. I have studied, and I have been in Palestine as a nation for a very long time. So when you talk Palestine, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I've been with you since 1868 in that part of the world. So I know 1948, and I know the stages and the phases
Yeah.
and the Knesset development and all of that, right?
Yeah.
In fact, we have a diplomat, an ambassador from the Universal House of Justice in Jerusalem with the Knesset, because you need to keep that diplomatic relationship,
Right.
you know. So I'm with you in
Yeah.
Palestine.
I feel it. This was done by my beloved Fuad. Fuad actually is a 30.
Oh,
he
yes.
just had a birthday and he turned 32. He's married to the daughter of Wajdan. So he's like my adopted son-in-law.
Oh, what are these stones?
Also from Gaza.
I just can't believe we're touching
I
that city here.
know, I know.
And the
I
comfort
know.
of our home to know where this
Can
comes
you
from.
believe it? I know.
It's unthinkable. You know, I have a piece of the Berlin Wall. And I was there in 88, you know, and then in 89. So when you look at the stones,
Oh my God, yeah.
I think
Mm.
history is about dust and stones and pieces of crosses.
Dust and stones.
Dust and stones.
So where these are from Egypt though? So
Yes.
What is where?
Wajdan was in Gaza.
Bizarre.
So the mother, the mom, I'll call her the mom, who this is her. And she organized, when she left Rafah, she took a bag of the stones with her from
Yes,
the
I'm
rubble
glad
of
she
Rafah.
did.
She didn't know if she'd ever get back into Gaza. Nobody knows
And
when
she wanted
they'll
her
ever
earth.
get
She
back.
That's
wanted
kind
part
a
of her
silly
earth.
question.
Which? Oh,
Where the rocks come from.
oh, the rubble from
From the people who were from Gaza.
Yeah.
Obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the
So she
rubble.
brought it. So
Yeah,
she,
I get it, I
when
get
she
it.
was when she was having them do the art,
It's like their house or something.
yeah. So she had some of the children glue on when they were in Rafah. So she brought the paintings over on canvas, which I didn't bring today, with the stones that were glued on in Rafah. But she also brought the bag of stones. So most of the stuff that I have with me was done in Cairo, because when Wajdan came into Cairo, and so did the orphans follow suit, they all, there's so many children now in Cairo, and so Wajdan, because it's her life work, is to gather children and engage them in enriching activities and help them heal from the war. And she knows that when they draw their memories of war, when they take the paint in the brush and they dip that paint in the brush and they go like this and they go like this and they go, and one child she says, what colors do you want? And he says, just black. He's a little one. I've got it at home. I didn't bring it here. But on the canvas, you could just imagine what he was doing with his black brush. And then he did take red, and there's a little bit of red, and that's
It's called expressionism.
exactly.
Yeah.
So expressive. And the energy of the child comes through the painting, and then you know that they are processing the trauma
they're trying.
doing a painting.
Yeah.
By moving their body, which
Yeah.
is what I get them to do. So
You're amazing.
Well, I'm just doing what I'm called to do.
That's
and
all you can say. What you're
that's
called to
what
do.
I'm
You don't
called-
really have a choice. You just do what you're called to do.
Exactly. It's what I have to do.
Yeah. Whilst you
Here's,
can,
Here's the brother. So that's the brother. He's 13.
Oh.
He's her brother.
So let me look there. You
And
have
he
the
was-
tree.
He was drawing. I think that's Al-Aqsa. The
Ahmad.
Dome of
Yeah,
the
this is
Rock.
Ahmad.
That might
Right.
be Dome of the Rock.
So at the top here, is it the dome of a mosque?
Yeah,
or-
that's the Dome of the Rock in Jerusalem.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I recognize it.
Well, I didn't know. I wanted to confirm
Yes.
because you can't just assume.
Yes, that's the.
You
I
can't-
believe that's. Is it a golden top? Did he put a yellow
A little bit,
golden top there? Yeah. So they call it the what do the Jews call that? Dome of the Rock. Dome of the Rock.
A Dome
they
of the
call
Rock.
it Al-Aqsa.
It's a flight to Jerusalem. That's Muhammad's flight
That's
to
right.
Jerusalem.
That's where Muhammad.
And I've been to
ascended.
I've
He
been at
ascended,
the
yeah.
Western Wall
Yeah.
and all of that, right?
Yeah, me too. Me too. Been to Bethlehem?
You know what? I couldn't because that was Nazareth. I couldn't.
You were in Bethlehem.
I've been to Bethlehem, right? But
Yeah.
Nazareth was off
Nazareth.
limit because
Nazareth
it was Muslim
is
and the Baha'is are not very welcome.
Nazareth
there.
is in Israel now.
Yes,
right?
it
Yeah.
is right. Bethlehem, the Nazareth, Jerusalem.
Yeah.
Have you been to Masada?
Yes,
Me
when I was
too.
16.
I know, what a climb, right? Those stairs at the
Yeah,
end.
that was yeah.
But never
That was my
again,
first
right?
time.
It's a never again.
Yeah. Now you'll have a child wanting to show what they want. This is the image of what they would love. They just want to live in peace.
Of course they do.
just want to have a home and a shelter and let the trees grow and have and
Normal life.
He lived on a farm. His father had an olive orchard. The olive orchard is completely destroyed. And the family is in an apartment in Cairo, and they've been displaced. They've been in Cairo for 5 months, And I just spoke to them this morning saying they just had to move into yet another apartment because what the landlords do now with the situation
I'm listening now. Yes.
the inflooding of
the
refugees
refugees.
from both Sudan as
Yeah.
well. There's 1 million Sudanese in Cairo,
Oh,
and
I
now all these Palestinians in Cairo looking for apartments, supply and demand.
Now the price is going
So
up.
you paid $700 this month. Next year I'm charging you $800. I don't have $800. Well, then you'll have to leave because someone out there has $800. And they're
Price
gonna knock on
gouging.
my door right when you walk out.
Price gouging now.
Huh? Yeah.
Price gouging.
It's yeah. So this poor family's had. Thank God, her brother.
So when
Her brother. Her
Yeah.
brother knew a Palestinian who had this apartment for rent, and they've gotten into this bigger apartment for the $700. And because he's from Gaza, this fellow with this apartment, hopefully she can
$700.
stay
It's
there.
unbelievable. How are they going to get there if they don't work?
No, I know.
Where are they going to get $700 from?
From me, I've committed to that family
course you
to
have.
pay their rent into the future because they still owe people for having gotten out of Gaza
Yeah.
in the
I know.
first
They have to
place.
pay their way out.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I have more money than I need at this point in time, and I'm in my 3rd chapter.
Yeah.
And I own a house, and so that
Yeah, Amy
mortgage
and I
is
owned
paid
this
off.
house together too
Yeah,
when I
great.
moved in.
Oh, nice.
She said, I want you to be
Great.
my real partner
Oh,
here.
wow,
And
that's
we
fabulous.
then redid it all and have
How
common
sweet!
ownership.
How
yeah.
wonderful!
So, you care. That's how you care, and
yeah,
until death do us part.
exactly,
Here we are.
exactly.
No, once you're
Anyway.
widowed, I've been widowed 3 times.
My oh my.
So,
Wow.
it's I have 3 husbands in what we call that other world. But
In the other world,
yeah, in that next world,
in the next world,
you'll
you'll have 3 husbands who are waiting for you.
who are what I call who are protecting
Oh.
our work,
Oh. Okay.
or
Okay.
protecting the vision,
Oh, good.
who are
Good.
securing the
Good.
outcome.
Well, my father is.
Yes.
And actually, without my father, who left me an inheritance, I wouldn't
Yes.
be doing all this stuff.
See?
So, and he was a dentist, and therefore,
Oh.
now I have 4 sons who are dentists. My father was a dentist because I've taken them in to be my own. 4 or is it 3? Two sons and a son-in-law who are all dentists.
And they live in the
And they're in
U.S.
Cairo. No, they're in Cairo. They're part of this family. In fact, Fuad. So did I show you?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Got forward right
Fuad.
here. Yeah. No,
Oops.
here.
Okay.
Yeah. No. Oh. Yeah.
He's the one. He's the one with the. No, this is Ahmed. Anyway, it's hard
Ford
to-
is right
it's
here.
hard to keep him all
Ford. No,
straight.
this is here.
He's the
This
one.
is-
Yes, he's
yes.
the one. So he hasn't picked up a pen or pencil or any art since he was 12 years old, right? So we're all in the apartment, and it's during Ramadan. And during Ramadan, they stay up till 5 or 6 or 7 in the morning, and then they sleep into the next day. So I'm asleep now, and then I get up at 7, and I go into the front room, and they're all up doing art. I said, what time did you get up? You're never up this early. They said, oh, we haven't been to sleep yet. It's 7 in the morning, right?
Yeah.
And they've been doing art for 3 hours.
Sure.
And Fuad, now there's Wejdan, who that's what she does.
Yeah.
And the daughter Mira, that's what she does. They like to do art. But then, this son came in and Fuad came in and he wanted to do something. So he did this work, which has this wonderful childlike,
Yeah.
because he stopped drawing when he was 12, But so he pulled on his images.
To the
And when
world.
you look at these little cartoon figures that he did,
Yeah.
they're really good. I mean, he did a great job capturing the images that he recalled in his mind. Even though he's not an artist, he had the courage.
Makes no difference.
He had the courage.
He is
At the age
he's
of
the-
32, a guy.
He is the artist because he is visualizing it his way.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
I
that's
see
a
the letter.
diary. It's a diary
yeah.
to his mind.
Yeah. So when they're all proudly showing me what they produced during the night. And I'm
Nice.
going, oh my God.
You
oh
know
my God, oh
you know
my
why
God.
they're up all night?
Mm.
It's not only because of the heat and all of that, right? But it's also when you're out coming out of war, that's when the bombings and everything. So they're up all
Right,
night
that's true,
scared.
that's true.
And they're
'Cause they can.
And then in the morning they feel there's little control, and they try to rest for a while in the morning, and then
Right.
back to the trauma at night.
Right, the night is trauma because
Yes,
the bombs
night
go
is
off at
trauma.
night and it's
That's right.
dark and it's completely dark.
I know
There's
it.
no electricity
I
in
know it.
Palestine.
Yeah, I do remember there are blankets on the windows.
So,
Okay, so,
Because they
anyway,
don't
so
want
when he
the-
showed me his work, I was so proud of him.
Oh, wow.
Anyway,
So you're
he's a
going
dear
back there
heart.
shortly?
I'm going back. What I need to do is come to the museum and bring some of the pieces
Please,
that
we're
were.
going to take everything down we have on the art wall, and then we completely just this.